In the modern world, effective communication and building lasting relationships are not only important skills but also the keys to success in both work and life. However, to truly connect with others deeply, we need more than just clever words or brief conversations. Building strong relationships requires a combination of intellect, emotion, and profound life principles. Let's explore how Stoic thinking can help you change the way you communicate and build successful relationships. Hello everyone, welcome to the Stoic Lessons channel. This is where we explore profound life philosophies and valuable lessons for personal growth. Through these videos, you will find inspiring stories, essential skills to face challenges, and mindsets that help you live a meaningful life. In this video, we will explore practicing gratitude every day to transform your life. Let's embark on a journey of self-discovery and create positive changes in your life. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the latest insights. Now, let's begin. Effective communication and building successful relationships are the keys to personal and professional growth. In a world where people are increasingly connecting through various media, how we communicate and interact with others determines not only our careers but also our happiness in life. To achieve this, Stoic thinking is a powerful resource that helps us improve our communication skills and build lasting relationships, regardless of the circumstances. Stoicism is a life philosophy originating from ancient Greece, with profound principles that help people maintain calmness and resilience in all situations. Stoic thinkers, such as Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius, advise us not to let emotions or external circumstances affect our mood and actions. Instead, we should focus on what we can control and accept what cannot be changed. In communication and relationship building, Stoic thinking helps us understand that emotions are crucial in communication, but we should not let them control our actions. Learning to master our emotions is the best way to communicate effectively. Self-control, rather than reacting automatically when there is disagreement or tension, Stoicism teaches us to practice the art of listening, the art of Stoic listening. Listening is a key skill in communication. According to Stoic thinking, listening is not just hearing, but understanding deeply what the other person is saying and feeling. This requires us to eliminate personal thoughts, avoid quick judgment, and maintain calmness while others are sharing. When we truly listen, we not only understand the message the other person is conveying but also show respect and a willingness to learn from them. This makes relationships stronger because others feel respected and understood. Controlling emotions in communication. Emotions are an integral part of communication, but according to Stoicism, failing to control emotions can lead to poor decisions. Stoic followers understand that emotions are not enemies but opportunities to test ourselves. When we feel anger, frustration, or excessive joy, we can look at those emotions objectively and not let them control our actions. Don't react immediately. Before responding to a question or reacting to an event, take the time to think. Check your emotions and see if they are guiding you in the wrong direction. Self-regulate your emotions. Controlling emotions does not mean suppressing them. Sometimes, we just need to acknowledge them calmly and fairly. When dealing with strong emotions, remember that they come and go, and they should not dominate your life. Understanding and respecting others. Stoicism teaches us that everyone around us has their own challenges and issues. When communicating with others, we should not view them solely from our perspective, but always strive to put ourselves in their shoes. This understanding helps minimize conflict and build relationships based on respect. Understanding also helps us realize that people do not always act the way we want. Sometimes, they may hurt us, but instead of anger, we can view them with compassion and understanding. As Marcus Aurelius said, we cannot choose how others treat us, but we can choose how we react. Honesty and integrity in any relationship. Honesty is an essential element. To build lasting and successful relationships, we must always be honest with ourselves and others. However, in Stoic thinking, honesty is not about saying everything that comes to mind but about saying what is useful and appropriate for the situation. Honesty does not mean hurting others with brutal truths. Instead, it can be expressed by communicating thoughts and feelings in a tactful, constructive, and sincere manner. Leaving a lasting impression. Stoicism not only teaches us internal life principles but also how to create a lasting impact in communication. Leaving a lasting impression on others doesn't require grand gestures. Small but sincere actions, few but meaningful words, often have the greatest impact. In communication, you can create an impression by maintaining calmness, humility, or even how you handle tense situations. Stoic thinkers always know how to stay calm in any situation, and that is the standout feature in their communication. Responding and making wise decisions. Stoic thinking helps us become wise decision makers. When giving feedback in communication, instead of following immediate emotions, let reason guide you. Always remember that not every decision needs to be made right away. Taking time to reflect, reassess the situation, and discuss carefully will help you make the right decision and build long-term relationships. Building sustainable relationships. Sustainable relationships are built on core values such as honesty, respect, and patience. Stoic thinking helps us recognize that all relationships require time to develop, and sometimes difficulties will arise. However, if we face them with calmness, patience, and tolerance, these relationships will grow stronger than ever before. Calmness and tension, the key to handling conflict. One of the important aspects of communication and relationship building is the ability to deal with conflict. Conflict is inevitable in all relationships, whether in work or personal life. However, how we handle conflict can determine the sustainability of that relationship. In Stoic thinking, calmness is the key factor that helps us deal with tense situations. When facing conflict, rather than reacting impulsively or getting swept away by emotions, we need to maintain composure and self-control. Tension and dissatisfaction are natural emotions, but according to Stoicism, we can master those emotions instead of letting them control us. Don't react, but act. When a conflict arises, instead of reacting immediately, stop and think carefully. Emotions can lead to wrong decisions, so take a moment, breathe deeply, and respond thoughtfully. Understand the cause of the conflict. To resolve conflict effectively, you need to understand the root cause of the issue. Instead of focusing only on what others say or do, look at everything from a broader perspective. Sometimes, conflict is not a personal issue but a misunderstanding or a difference in viewpoints. When you learn to stay calm and approach conflict with respect and patience, your relationship will have the opportunity to grow stronger because those around you will see that you are someone they can trust in difficult situations. Building trust, the psychology of a long-term relationship. Trust is the foundation of every relationship. Whether you are building personal or professional relationships, trust is always the key factor for everything to develop sustainably. Stoicism teaches us that trust is not something that can be forced. Building trust is a long process that requires patience. Every word, every action, every decision contributes to either building or breaking trust. Meanwhile, integrity and consistency are key factors that help you build trust with others. Keep your promises. The first thing you need to do to build trust is always keep your promises. In Stoic philosophy, keeping commitments is not just a responsibility, but part of personal ethics. When you do this, others will see you as a trustworthy person. Ensure transparency. Stoicism encourages us to live transparently and not hide the truth. When you are always honest and fair in communication, trust from others is reinforced. Secrets, deceit, or dishonest actions only destroy the trust you've built. Consistency in words and actions will help you establish long-term trust, and once trust is gained, it becomes easier to build stronger relationships. Learn to give constructive criticism. A crucial part of effective communication and building relationships is the ability to offer constructive criticism. According to Stoic thought, criticism is not about fault-finding or hurting others, but rather about helping them recognize their weaknesses and improve themselves. Listen before criticizing. Before giving feedback, ensure you fully understand the situation and listen to the other person's perspective. This will not only help you provide accurate comments but also show respect for the other person. Provide gentle and constructive feedback. Instead of being blunt, try to offer feedback in a tactful way, aiming to help the other person improve. Start with praise, then offer the criticism, and end with encouragement. Constructive feedback helps others grow while maintaining good relationships. Stoic practitioners understand that helping others mature is an essential part of building deep relationships. Building sustainable professional relationships. Professional relationships can be quite different from personal ones, but they are equally important. To build sustainable professional relationships, Stoic principles provide valuable guidelines: respect others' space and time, in the workplace, everyone has their own responsibilities and priorities. Always respect the time and space of partners and colleagues. This not only builds trust but also shows you have professional ethics. Focus on cooperation rather than competition. Stoic philosophy encourages focusing on cooperation rather than prioritizing personal gains. When you view professional relationships as long-term partnerships, it becomes easier to establish strong connections and achieve better results. The importance of forgiveness in relationships. One more crucial element in building relationships is the ability to forgive. In every relationship, no one is perfect, and there will be times when others hurt you. However, forgiveness is an art that Stoicism recommends practicing. Stoicism teaches us not to forgive just to please others, but because forgiveness frees the mind. When you forgive others, you not only help them but also free yourself from negative emotions, creating an open and healthy communication environment. Empathy. Emotional connection helps build strong relationships. Empathy is an essential factor in building and maintaining relationships, both in the workplace and in personal life. Empathy is not just the ability to understand others' emotions, but also the ability to feel and share those emotions deeply. In Stoic philosophy, empathy is not just a moral quality, but also a crucial tool for connecting with others sincerely and meaningfully. Listen with understanding. In Stoic thought, listening is not just about hearing what others say, but also understanding their emotions and thoughts. An empathetic person knows that words are just the surface of the issue, and beneath the surface are emotions and thoughts that are sometimes difficult to express. Listening sincerely and openly helps you better understand the other person and creates a strong connection. Share genuine feelings. When you empathize with someone, you not only recognize their emotions but also share your own. This makes relationships deeper because when both parties understand each other more, trust is strengthened. Stoic philosophy encourages us to maintain emotional self-control but not hide genuine emotions when needed. Empathy helps you resolve conflicts easily and creates a communication environment full of respect and care, where everyone feels heard and understood. This is the key to building lasting relationships. Building relationships in the digital age. In the modern world, communication takes place not only through face-to-face conversations but also through various electronic media, such as emails, text messages, social networks, and other online platforms. Stoic thought can still be applied to build relationships in the digital environment, where sometimes the lack of face-to-face interaction can make communication more complicated. Maintain integrity in online communication. In the digital world, it's easy to get caught up in using inaccurate or even impolite language. However, Stoic philosophy demands that we maintain integrity and respect in every conversation, whether in person or online. A positive, humble, and sincere attitude is always crucial for building trust and sustainable relationships. Leverage the convenience of technology without losing true connection. While technology helps us easily connect with others anytime, anywhere, we must realize that digital communication cannot completely replace face-to-face interactions. Stoicism encourages us to use technology as a tool for support, not as a substitute for real and deep connections. Maintaining relationships in the digital age requires us to balance the use of technology while maintaining real-life connections. Only when we master these modern tools without losing the traditional values of communication can we build truly sustainable relationships. Proactive thinking. Making reasonable proposals in relationships. Proactive thinking is a crucial factor in building and maintaining successful relationships. Rather than waiting for opportunities to come to you, those who adopt Stoic thinking are always actively seeking solutions and taking positive actions. In relationships, this means not only being a receiver but also a giver, not only being cared for but also proactively caring for and helping others. Offering advice and support proactively. If you see someone struggling, don't wait for them to ask for help. Take the initiative to offer advice, support, or simply a kind word of encouragement. This shows that you care about the relationship and are always ready to contribute to the growth of others. Creating opportunities for others. In professional relationships, proactively helping others by expanding job opportunities, connecting them with influential people, or helping them solve difficult problems is a way to not only build trust but also create long-lasting collaborative relationships. Proactive thinking helps you not only maintain good relationships but also develop new opportunities, expand your network, and build a career while helping others grow alongside you. Patience and long-term focus in building relationships. Stoicism teaches us that all great achievements require time and patience. When building relationships, there cannot be immediate changes or instant success. You must take time to understand the other person, develop trust, and build genuine connections. In relationships, patience is the key to overcoming challenges and keeping the relationship strong and lasting. Not rushing relationship building. Don't expect relationships to immediately become successful. Be patient and wait for the natural growth of the relationship. When you give others time to understand you and you understand them, the relationship will grow stronger and more sustainable. Focusing on long-term goals. Relationships are not about focusing on short-term benefits. Stoic thinking encourages us to focus on long-term goals and maintain relationships with those who can grow with you throughout life. This requires persistence, sacrifice, and long-term commitment. The importance of evaluating and adjusting relationships. Another important factor in building successful relationships is the ability to evaluate and adjust relationships when necessary. Stoic thinking encourages us to have a clear awareness of our relationships, not just look at them through temporary emotions, but from a realistic and long-term perspective. Objectively evaluating relationships. In relationships, we sometimes get caught up in emotions and our own expectations without seeing things clearly from a realistic point of view. Stoic thinking asks us to practice self-examination of our relationships to assess whether they are bringing positive value. Ask yourself, is this relationship helping me grow? Is it beneficial, or is it just a burden? Making adjustments when necessary. If you realize that a relationship is not providing positive value or is no longer aligned with your personal growth goals, adjusting or even ending that relationship is necessary. Stoic thinking doesn't just ask us to maintain beneficial relationships but also encourages us to courageously let go of relationships that don't help us grow or even hinder us. Evaluating and adjusting relationships is not a selfish act, but a way to protect our personal growth. This requires honesty and high self-awareness, as only when you realize which relationships are truly valuable, can you invest your time and energy in them effectively. A positive mindset. Building relationships on a positive foundation. An important principle in Stoic thinking is maintaining a positive attitude. In the face of challenges in life, many people tend to feel discouraged, hopeless, or impatient. However, Stoic thinking shows that a positive attitude is one of the crucial factors in keeping your relationships fresh and strong. Focusing on solutions rather than problems. In any difficult situation, maintaining a positive attitude helps you find solutions rather than just focusing on the difficulties. In relationships, you may sometimes face misunderstandings or conflicts, but by keeping a positive attitude, you will always find ways to resolve the issues rather than letting them become barriers. Encouraging the growth of others. A positive mindset not only helps you overcome difficulties but also creates space for others to grow. By encouraging and supporting others, you not only build strong relationships but also help others mature and overcome challenges. This is a way to make your relationship not just a simple connection, but a collaboration where both parties grow together. A relationship built on a positive foundation not only helps you overcome difficulties but also creates an environment of respect and love, where everyone is free to express themselves and grow together. Maintaining balance between communication and silence. In Stoic thinking, silence can sometimes be a powerful communication tool. The balance between speaking and listening is the key to building enduring relationships. Communication doesn't always need to be words. Sometimes, silence can convey a message more strongly. Silence creates space for reflection. In tense situations, sometimes it's unnecessary to respond immediately. Stoic thinking encourages us to take time to reflect before responding, as silence can allow us to view the problem more clearly and wisely. This silence doesn't mean avoiding the issue but creating space for understanding. Silence shows respect. Sometimes, silence is a way to respect the space and emotions of others. In relationships, not always speaking or sharing everything can be a sign of respect for the other person, especially when they need private time to think or are going through a difficult situation. Silence prevents you from overwhelming the other person's space and shows empathy. When you can maintain a balance between communication and silence, you will not only demonstrate wisdom but also create a healthy and effective communication environment where everyone feels comfortable and respected. Empathy and compassion. building relationships from the heart. An indispensable element in Stoic thinking for building successful relationships is the ability to empathize and feel compassion for others. In valuable relationships, there's not only communication and actions but also a connection from the heart, understanding and sharing the emotions and challenges the other person is experiencing. Stoic thinking encourages us to develop this ability to build relationships based not just on reason but also on deep emotions. Empathizing with others' pain and struggles. When you can stand in the shoes of another person, understanding what they are going through, you will not only feel empathy but also know how to offer the right support and encouragement. Understanding others' pain and struggles is the solid foundation for all deep relationships. It helps you not just be a good communicator but also a reliable friend or partner in any situation. Compassion in action. Compassion is not just understanding another person's emotions, but also acting in ways that show concern and support. Stoic thinking encourages us to turn empathy into concrete actions, such as listening without judgment, sharing burdens when necessary, or simply spending time with them during tough times. Compassion helps us not only build relationships but also create enduring bonds, where both sides feel valued and respected. This is a crucial factor in creating relationships that are not just based on mutual benefit but also have emotional depth, helping both parties grow and mature together. Rights and responsibilities. Building equal relationships. An essential factor in building successful relationships is understanding the rights and responsibilities of each person involved. Stoic philosophy not only teaches us how to take care of ourselves and others, but also helps us clearly understand what we can expect from others and vice versa. This awareness fosters equality and fairness in relationships. Identifying rights and obligations in a relationship. Relationships are not only about sharing emotions but also about exchanging rights and responsibilities. Whether in work, friendship, or love, each person has their own expectations and duties. Stoic thinking encourages you to clearly understand your own rights in a relationship, while also recognizing the responsibilities you must fulfill to make the relationship sustainable. Fulfilling obligations and caring for the other's rights. An equal relationship cannot be built if you only focus on your own benefits while neglecting the rights of others. In every relationship, we are responsible for protecting and nurturing the rights of the other person, as well as fulfilling the duties we have committed to. The equality of rights and responsibilities not only strengthens the relationship but also helps both sides collaborate effectively, bringing lasting and sustainable value. Stoic philosophy helps us clearly recognize these factors and act with honesty and fairness in every relationship. Patience and perseverance. Core elements of sustainable relationships. Patience and perseverance are some of the most important virtues in Stoic philosophy, especially when it comes to building successful relationships. Sustainable relationships cannot be achieved overnight, they require time to grow and mature. Patience and perseverance are key elements that help you overcome difficulties and challenges in relationships. Patience in building trust. One of the most important factors in any relationship is trust. Trust does not come naturally but requires time and patience to develop. Stoic philosophy encourages you to be patient in building trust with others by acting honestly, reliably, and respecting others' time. Remember, trust is easy to lose but very hard to regain, so patience is key to protecting it. Perseverance in overcoming challenges. Every relationship will face difficulties, challenges, and even conflicts. However, perseverance and determination not to give up during tough times will help you overcome these challenges and strengthen your relationship. Stoic philosophy teaches us that difficulties are inevitable, but perseverance will guide us through them, helping to build a stronger and more resilient relationship. Practicing discipline. Building relationships with discipline. Personal discipline is not only a key to success in life but also plays a crucial role in building long-lasting relationships. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that a successful relationship requires each person involved to have discipline towards themselves and others. Discipline helps you act responsibly and show seriousness in the commitments you have made. Keeping promises and commitments. One of the most visible signs of discipline in a relationship is the ability to keep promises. When you make a promise to someone, you must have the discipline to fulfill it. Keeping promises not only helps build trust but also shows respect for the other person. This is crucial in all types of relationships, from work to friendship and love. Accepting and correcting mistakes. Discipline also means taking responsibility for your mistakes and correcting them. When you hurt someone or make mistakes in a relationship, Stoic philosophy encourages you to acknowledge and correct them rather than trying to avoid responsibility. Taking responsibility helps you maintain respect from others and strengthen the relationship. Conclusion: learning how to communicate effectively and build successful relationships is not just a skill to be developed, but also a combination of many psychological and ethical factors. Stoic philosophy provides us with a sustainable path, teaching us that relationships are not something that can be built overnight but a process requiring patience, discipline, and deep empathy. When applying Stoic philosophy to communication and relationship building, you will realize that the key factor is not just words or outward gestures but sincerity, perseverance, and respect for others. Understanding yourself, keeping promises, and accepting responsibility in relationships will help you build a solid and lasting foundation. Ultimately, a successful relationship is not just an exchange of benefits but a connection of hearts and minds, where each person feels valued and grows together. By applying the principles of Stoic philosophy, not only will your relationships become stronger and more sustainable, but you will also become a wise communicator and a reliable friend in the eyes of others. So, together we have explored a new piece of knowledge today. I hope you feel more motivated to continue growing and moving closer to your goals. Never stop learning and always stay persistent on the path of personal development. If you found this video useful and interesting, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any future videos. Also, please leave your comments below so we can interact and connect more. This is where we will continue to discover more tips to help you become the best version of yourself. Thank you for always being with us. Wishing you success and happiness on your journey.